Hello everybody, this is Maniac 4 Bricks, or Joey, and I wanted to catch everybody up to date on one of my most ambitious LEGO projects I've ever done. In fact, one of my most ambitious projects of any hobby that I've done, and that is Bizarre LEGO, which is an unofficial trivia fan book about the product history and brand history of LEGO. This covers all different kinds of things, from the different products that they had made, which you wouldn't even think are LEGO, but stretched out in all different directions. Like, one example is this RC car. Looks pretty standard, like standard toy car. Wouldn't scream LEGO looking at it, but does have a couple LEGO points to it. There's Technic tubes along the top, different Technic points that attach all around, even though it has this other notch system throughout. And boom! Officially LEGO. There's even evolutions of products over time. So how the LEGO games developed, and how some things carry over from one into the other. Not many people know that this is the first LEGO video game ever made in 1995. But it's here. And luckily I have a copy of it that works, so I could actually test this thing out. And I've been able to play through it many times and see how things from this game had adapted into other LEGO media. Or even talking about the LEGO failures and things that seem so out there that they didn't work so well for LEGO and eventually, they just wanted to put away on the shelf. Like Snap. Doesn't I think something fell out. Or Galador, which for some reason goes away more smoothly. Or this thing. So, it's covering all different bases of LEGO and hopefully expanding your LEGO knowledge about the product we all enjoy. So, I wanted to make this book because I'd been a fan since 1998. I was 3 years old, started building with LEGO with my older brother, and I've been building ever since. Even though he left off at some point, I still continued it and expanded it. I had actually started learning more about the LEGO history in 2005 when I made an English project where I learned about the history of whatever. I could write the history of any brand, and I chose LEGO, so I had learned from multiple resources, especially from the Ultimate LEGO book, about the brand itself. There's also a really cute video about that, link in the description down below and in the pinned comments section. So, you can tell that this has been important to me for a very long time. In 2017, I actually started writing this book, starting with research, making some manuscript, and understanding the book writing process. I've never published a book before, so it was a lot for me to take on and try to tweak my work in order to make it into a publication. It is still tweaking to this day, many revisions since then, and also with that, many citations. I don't have access to every LEGO product, even though I do go through a whole lot of them, but I wanted to make sure that I have everything factually correct and accurate, and also fun to share about in order for everyone to read. As such, one of the biggest hurdles that I've had for the past couple of years is LEGO keeps making products. I mean, it's great and all. I like that as a LEGO fan, and I like that for the history of LEGO, that they're still continuing different things. However, it does mean that it means more to write in the book. And if I write more in the book, and the book never gets published, what do you do? The basic compromise that I came to recently is that I have to cap off at some point. I'm going to start from 1932, when LEGO was founded, to about the 80s, not much further than the 90s. Then I can cover a lot of information in those several decades about LEGO's product history, different unusual products that they had made, or marketing campaigns they had done, and just different avenues that they had gone to share about their toys. And even the transitions between toys. It's also very fascinating as well, between wooden and plastic, and, what exists in between those. So, hopefully that will give some clarity as to what is actually contained in the book. I know I've talked about having other things in there, but I'm going to have to put those on the shelf for now because there's too much to write and too much to research, cite, and publish. And I would come back to those later down the road with a second edition, third edition, updated and expanded, whatever the case may be. And this is a common practice for not just a college textbook, but also LEGO itself. When they work with Doyle and Kindersley, they sometimes update the books, like character encyclopedias, or visual dictionaries, having updated and expanded versions. I'm sorry I won't have an exclusive LEGO piece to go with it, because I'm not officially, part of LEGO, or working with LEGO on this. This is an unofficial book. That is something I want to stress. not endorsed by LEGO whatsoever, but it is still about the public knowledge, what they're actually about. Luckily, I do have multiple resources and historians that I've gone to in order to learn a lot of information. And I can, again, make sure that's accurate and fun to look through. I also plan for this book to have a lot of photos and visuals to accompany it. Whether or not they're my photography, I'm working the best I can. I am one guy that's trying to reach out as much as possible to make this all come together. And I've been wanting to do this for many years. There's a reason why I shared about it in the first place, because I really wanted to see how this would work for other people, but also for myself, as just a love of LEGO. A big expression about the thing that really keeps me going on a daily basis. So hopefully you're excited about Bizarre LEGO and all that's going to come up with it. I'm happy to share some update with you. And if you have any further questions, leave them down in the comments below. I read the comments. I enjoy talking with you. So I will try to answer any questions down there or leave any other smaller updates in there as well that I didn't get to talk about in this video. That does also mean that I'm going to have to revise the manuscript a bit before bringing it back to the publishers and moving along with the book process. But I am looking forward to everything with it. I'm happy to finally have it in a way where it can still get out there and still have a lot of information. And thank you for watching. Hopefully this is not their first time coming here, but I do share a lot of LEGO information every so often in different trivia videos or what have you. You can also check out the Modulex video that I did back in 2017, right before I started working on this book, because there's really cool information in there as well that I learned firsthand from somebody who has a large Modulex collection and has investigated a lot of it herself. So, again, take care. Hopefully everything works out well for the book's, further process this year, and I'll talk to you later.